Welcome to my podcast series where I bring you my written articles to you in audio. This is a recording of my article, When is the AI Bubble Going to Burst? How business leaders and professionals should navigate AI beyond the hype. Every week, a new headline warns us that the AI bubble is about to burst. Commentators point to stock drops, failed pilots, and high-profile AI missteps as proof that this is another passing hype cycle. The question makes sense. When will the bubble burst? But the better question is, burst for whom? For investors chasing valuations, artificial intelligence certainly has bubble-like dynamics. For professionals and everyday businesses competing in a fast-changing economy, AI isn't a bubble at all. It's a new playing field. Whether we like it or not, AI is evolving into a force that will redefine work, leadership, and the way even the smallest organizations run. Sitting on the sidelines may prove far riskier than stepping into the game. Echoes of history, lessons from the dot-com bubble. The warnings about AI today sound strikingly similar to the rhetoric of the late 1990s. Back then, Wall Street piled billions into internet startups. The Nasdaq soared only to crash in 2000, wiping out trillions of dollars and sending companies like Pets.com, Webvan, and Computer.com into bankruptcy. It was a bloodbath for investors. And yet, from that rubble came the digital economy we live in today. Amazon, eBay, and Google not only survived, they are a constant in our lives now. Their resilience wasn't luck. They built sustainable business models, iterated through failures, and treated the internet not as hype, but as infrastructure. Let's bring this down to a personal level. As someone in my late 40s, I remember what work was like before the internet took over. Sending an image to a colleague overseas could literally take hours. Ordering supplies for a small business meant calling suppliers, faxing documents, and then waiting for days for a response. Collaboration was slow, clunky, and manual. Compare that to today, when we share files instantly, order products with a few clicks, and jump on video calls with people halfway around the world. We've built our lives and our businesses around the internet so deeply that we can't function without it. AI is heading in the same direction, but at a much faster pace. What took the internet decades to transform, AI will compress that into just a handful of years. The AI bubble. Real risks for investors. If you're an investor, it's fair to be cautious. AI funding already accounts for nearly half of all venture capital today, and yet reports suggest up to 95% of pilots still fail to deliver return on investment. That's bubble territory if you're an investor. A correction feels inevitable. Just as the dot-com boom left behind countless casualties, many AI startups will fade. Some are chasing buzzwords without viable models. Others promise disruptive potential but can't sustain their burn rates. For investors, AI is a risky bet, one that may punish those chasing short-term wins. But history also tells us something else. A group of enduring winners will emerge. The companies building real infrastructure, embedding AI into operations and solving business-critical problems will form the backbone of the next digital economy. Missing them because of fear of a bubble could be just as costly as over-investing. It's a catch-22 for investors. Jump in and risk the bubble, or sit out and risk missing the winners. For business and professionals, artificial intelligence is the playing field. For those running businesses, whether it's a multinational, a startup, or a local shop, AI isn't optional. It's already shaping competitive dynamics. Think about the supply chain manager who used to juggle spreadsheets and endless email threads. Now, AI platforms can flag delays in real time and even suggest fixes, cutting repetitive admin by 25% or more. Or the sales professional who once spent hours crafting cold emails, today AI can generate 80 to 90% of that outreach, leaving the human to focus on conversations that actually close deals. Even small fashion brands, which often struggle with marketing budgets, are using AI-generated imagery to create campaign visuals at a fraction of the cost of professional shoots. This isn't just about big corporations. Just as the internet gave mom-and-pop shops a way to sell to global markets, AI is leveling the field again. If you're running a family business, a consultancy, or even a side hustle, AI can already help you save time, reduce costs, and act with the kind of sophistication that once required a big budget. Ignoring that isn't staying safe. It's giving your competitors the edge. I've also jumped on this wagon. Together with my brother, we just launched Otto, a mobile application that acts as an AI-powered financial assistant. We built it to solve our own messy expense management, but quickly realized its wider potential. Otto can snap receipts, generate invoices, transfer the data instantly into your records, and share those records with other users with the help of AI. It sets reminders and exports account-ready reports with ease. What excites us most is how it draws on multiple AI models. ChatGPT and Gemini drive the assistant features, while Claude has been central in refining the development. If you need to track and manage your finances, give it a try. The link is in the description. Right now, inside the bubble mechanics and why it matters to you. Here's what's fueling the noise in plain language. Talent wars at ridiculous scale. Companies are offering eye-watering packages to a tiny pool of elite AI engineers. Whether you love it or hate it, that's what happens when an industry believes a small team can change the game. Valuations outrunning reality. You'll hear about young companies with multi-billion-dollar valuations and no product yet. That's classic bubble behavior, and many of those bets won't pay off. The power law mindset. Venture capital expects most bets to fail and a few to return the fund. That means lots of experiments, lots of noise, and a few massive winners. A new infrastructure build-out. Big tech is pouring staggering sums into data centers and energy to power AI. It feels like the dot-com era's fiber optic build. Many early builders failed, but the infrastructure reshaped the world. Market concentration risk. A handful of tech giants now drive a huge share of the index performance. If they wobble, everyone feels it. Pensions, portfolios, and broader economy. Why should a local business owner care? Because all that spending and risk-taking is laying the rails your competitors will run on. As the dust settles, the tools get cheaper, better, and easier to use, and the gap widens between those who adapted and those who waited. A glimpse into the future, autonomous agents. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Experts are saying, and I agree, that AI isn't going to stay in assistant mode forever. We're moving towards autonomous agents, systems that don't just respond, but perceive, decide, and act on behalf of a business. We imagine this in science fiction, and like most technologies, what we imagine often shows up in some form. Could CEOs be replaced by AI? I believe over time they will. At the very least, a CEO's AI agent could manage much of the day-to-day, while the human shifts towards strategy, culture, and oversight. The fabric of how we work is changing. Opportunities will open up. Massive disruptions will hit jobs and hierarchies. That's the pattern of every major platform shift, only this one is moving much faster and is much bigger. This ties back to another article I wrote on how entrepreneurs can build on top of AI capabilities, creating new value without training the underlying models themselves. If you want examples of how it looks in practice, I break it down there. The link is in the comment section. So what should professionals and businesses do in the face of all this? 3 things. Budget for AI R&D, research and development. Treat AI like ongoing research investment. Some projects will fail, but the learning is part of their return. Expect trial and error. Not every tool will deliver the promised benefits. That's normal. Stay adaptive and keep iterating. Bring in expertise. Hire an AI champion internally or work with advisors who can help identify opportunities, guide implementation, and ensure ethical, effective use. The goal isn't to buy into every shiny AI tool. It's to steadily build literacy, processes, and capabilities so your business, whether large or small, can navigate what is coming. The bottom line. So when will the AI bubble burst? For some investors, maybe very soon. Like with the dot-com bubble, it could surprise us at the speed it happens. The truth is, we're already in the middle of the disruption. AI is changing workflows, competition, and opportunities right now. You absolutely should be implementing AI processes today. At the same time, we're still only at the beginning. It's nearly impossible to predict what the world of business or society will look like in 3, 5, or even 10 years. That uncertainty is profound. And here's the key. In order to maintain sanity and run a healthy business, we have to deal with the reality in front of us today. That means learning, experimenting, and adapting, so that whatever the future holds, we're prepared to navigate it. So if you like the article, then hit the like and subscribe, and let me know where you believe AI is taking us in the comment section. If you're exploring how AI fits into your business or your processes, I help businesses unlock real value with AI, from workflows to smart decision making. If you're not sure where to start, let's talk. Thanks for listening. I'm Gore.